And I want to make myself abundantly clear. I am not giving none of these characters grace. None of them. Not even Wayne. So for those of y'all that have a problem with me holding Wayne to the fire and calling him a serpent, I stand on that. Me calling Sheila a serpent. Me saying that Amber's not a woman of God because she's not. Me saying that Anthony's not a man of God, I stand on it. Every single solitary video I have done on these Kountry Wayne skits, I stand on it. And I do not care if you get mad or not. Because your feelings are the reason y'all get in trouble now. Just like I had to go into some examples of women that have been faithful to their husbands that are now sitting in jail, that are unalived, that are single mothers, because they did exactly as a godly woman what they were supposed to do as a godly wife, and still got cheated on by that man because that man was not a godly man. That man, Jesus, was not leading their life, and God was not guiding their life, or whatever their spirituality or religion is. You don't understand. I sit here and I go through these scriptures, and before I even get on these platforms and talk about these Kountry Wayne skits, God is leading me through these skits, because I already say, God, however you want me to speak on these skits, I'm gonna let you take the lead. So like I said, if these people are doing wrong, I'm going to hold them to the fire. If they are manipulating and bamboozling and leading somebody astray, I'm going to hold them to the fire. If somebody is sitting up here being played, I'm going to hold them to the fire. If you choose to do whatever you choose to do, you do it because you want to. Y'all not going to sit up here and tell me how to do my platform. That is not happening. So unlike the rest of these people, I do not think Amber and Anthony need to be together. I do not think Lawrence and Erica need to be together. I think a lot of these characters just need to be single. There's nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with being alone and working on yourself. But at the same time, Anthony and Amber were never married for the right reasons. Amber never wanted to marry Anthony. Y'all need to start looking at these skits for what they are. I understand y'all don't like Shayla, but the reality of it is Anthony fed into Shayla. The reality of it is if Shayla moves on, he's going to do the same thing that he did with Mike. Make it so she don't move on. So y'all going to stop playing my face, because if you think it is over between Shayla and Anthony, it ain't. Because he's going to go right back over there. As soon as he find out that Shayla is moving on, as soon as he find out that Piari took Shayla out and she had a great time, as soon as Shayla start meeting new people and she start going out, I promise you, he gonna be mad about it. And then he gonna say he ain't gonna want no other man around his child. He ain't gonna want no other man raising his child. And then he gonna end up sleeping with her, because the fact of the matter that he gonna try to make her believe that he's gonna leave Amber, and we gonna be right back to where we started. Like I said, that girl got a child by that man, which makes her relationship with him stronger than his own wife, because she has his child. So they will be connected for life. You ain't gonna be connected to. You're not gonna be connected for life because you got a ring on your finger, because you married but then to that man. The woman that will be forever connected to that man is the woman that got his kids. And if that man got more than one kid, he will be forever connected to those women. So if you date him and you ain't got no kids, you gonna have to date him and all of his baby mamas. And the question is, are you going to be able to deal with that? Are you going to be able to deal with all these baby mamas that you don't even know whether or not he's sleeping with them all? So let me give you an example. When my son's father got married, and they were together, I think, for 6 weeks before they got married. I didn't even know that he got married. And it wasn't until one day he called me and told me he was going to pick up my son after all these years. And when he came, he didn't come alone. And so he told me he got married and he wanted me to meet his wife. I said, okay, cool. She and I had a conversation. And I told her I have no romantic feelings towards the father of my child. I did not go into why we separated. Didn't even get into all of that. I just told her that, look, if y'all going to be together, look, as long as you don't put your hands on my child, as long as if he does something, you call me and you let me know, I will take care of it. I told my son to be respectful, and this is his stepmother, and she and I had a pretty good relationship. Whenever she was in the car, I spoke to her before I talked to him. I let him know what it was I needed, blah, 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 blah. So she realized I really did not have feelings for him like that, and I really did not care about whether he got married or not, because I didn't care. Because my feelings left when I left the situation. So any feelings that I had left when I finally had my closure. So like I told him one day, and he laughs about it now, I got so pissed off, I told him, you know what, just go ahead and sign away your rights. If you ain't going to be there for this child, just go ahead and sign away your rights and call it a day. I was not playing with that man. So at the end of the day, if you tell these men to sign away their rights, you'd be amazed how many of these men will actually sign away their rights. Because they do not want to be tied to you. So if you tell a man, I want you to sign away your rights, he going to sign them. And once he sign them, that is it. You cannot say nothing to him. You can't get no child support. You can't get nothing. He didn't sign it. He still to this day won't sign it. So that just told me he wanted to be there for his son. There you go. So at the end of the day, I told him, I don't worry about you. I don't worry about your family. I don't care if y'all there or not. I'm going to take care of this child. My dad is very much a part of my son's life. And my son basically thinks of him like a dad, even though he's granddaddy. But my son loves his granddaddy. And they be listening to old school music in the car. There you go. So, like I said, when I walk away from situations, once I walk away, any feelings I had, walk away right along with it. Because I deal with those emotions before I deal with the person. So when I have that conversation with the person, that means that I'm at the point where I just want to walk away. Sometimes I don't even care why you did what you did. You did it because you wanted to, and there's no point in having a conversation. So when I deal with clients, sometimes I tell them there is no point of trying to talk to your parents because you're not going to get the apology that you want, and you're going to be mad. The best thing for you to do is to love your family more so mentally than emotionally. Meaning you love them, but you just don't like them. Meaning that I love my family, but I just don't like them like that. Meaning I'm not choosing to be close to them like that. I don't have that type of relationship with them where I confide in them about my personal life. I don't have that type of relationship where I tell them a lot of things. You'll be amazed how much my parents don't know about me. You'll be amazed how much they don't know about the things I've been through. And that's what I mean. There are some kids that just do not have that type of relationship. And they have a respectful relationship towards their parents, but they don't have a mommy, daughter, daddy, or a father-daughter relationship. So like I said, there are things that I tell my mom, but I still don't tell her everything. So it's kind of like that. And that's okay. It really is. So all I'm saying is when it comes down to relationships and stuff like that, even with your family, honey, there's a lot of people in my family I don't even speak to. But when I see them, I have respect for them. They're my family. They'll ask me how I'm doing and stuff like that. And that's how that go. But as far as me talking to them on the phone, I don't talk to nobody every day. I just don't. So like I said, some people, they deal with people when they choose or when there's a need to deal with them. They don't bring them into their problems. They feel like whatever they have going on is their consequences, repercussions, and karma. And they stand alone. And that would be me. I don't bring my family or nothing, but yet people in a sex cult decide they want to bring everybody and their mama involved. So like I said, there are people out here that do these Kountry Wayne skits because we've been there, we've done that, and we are not going to sit up here and let Wayne lead y'all to the slaughter. We're not going to let Wayne lead y'all to the pits of hell. We're just not. Because we're the ones that got to turn around and repair and newly program all of y'all for everything that they putting out here. So yeah, this stuff does happen. But Wayne and them not showing both sides of how to deal with it or if to deal with it at all. So like I said, they really got to make their mind. Are y'all going to put Jesus involved in this or God involved? Or are these just going to be demonic skits? But either way it go, Wayne, y'all better do something because people like me are calling y'all out on it. And we are pulling out Bible scriptures. And we are going through the Bible when it comes to these skits. So there you go. With that being said, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my